Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to some Dungeons and Dragons Descent into Avernus. We are on episode or session 51. A lot of sessions behind us, and we've actually been blazing through Avernus now, getting a lot of stuff done. The crew last time ended up dealing with a bunch of riddles though, a couple easy, and then a couple that were a little. I don't know. You'd probably be the judge if you look at the VOD or watch the video. But I'm sure they got opinions on it, which I'm curious about right now. Who wants to tell us about what went down last time? No?
I think
Nobody?
Ming should.
You want me
Alright.
to?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to remember where it started.
Remember
Oh.
how it ended.
Did it start with the fight on the chain demons, or was that after? No.
I was gonna say, if you don't remember, I remember.
This is post chain demons, post getting out of the chasm, and also post. No, we went to homie's house.
We went back to the crypt of the Hell Riders.
Oh, dude, you guys gotta say it because I'm already failing. I already know it's -3 inspiration right now. Go ahead, take it away. Ernie.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. We went back to the crypt of the crypt of the Hell Riders, and we spoke with Alanthius to confirm where exactly was the location of the Sword of Zariel. And basically, we kind of got some confirmation on what would or would not happen to him and other people under Zariel's thrall should we either kill her, convince her to change her evil ways as if we were Naruto trying to stop the Akatsuki, or something else. He gave us multiple options as to how we could handle Zariel. And what we ultimately, I don't remember the name of the place exactly that we had to go. That part eludes me. But Alanthius told us where we were going. We got there, and in order to enter the I guess would be like a tomb or a temple.
Arches.
Oh yeah, arches. That's what it was. That's right. Yeah, it was arches because it was like a portal gateway thing. And to do that, we had to deal with an undead sphinx. And it asked us riddles, and it tried to kill us every time we didn't get it right. And first couple of riddles, they ranged from easy to kind of easy, and then the third riddle was, I would say,
Impossible.
was a difficult. I would say difficult. The fourth one, honestly, took a long time and was still a lot of guesswork at the end, and somehow we miraculously got it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Go ahead and have inspiration for the evening.
Yay!
Alanthius did indeed tell you that you need to go to the Arches of Ulak. And you did.
That's what it was.
And you dealt with the riddles and got yelled at a lot, and it hurt. You're all a little bit hurt from it, Lulu included. But you got the answer to the last one, and the creature simply told you the arches will take you where you want to go, and then asked where you wanted to go. And that is right where we ended it. So let's go ahead and jump over to the arches here. So the four of you still stand in front of the huge, towering arches. There seems to be two of them, with a large, intimidating creature just standing beside, sitting now. Just as a reminder, this is what you were being riddled by, that was standing nearby.
Heat.
Riddle
So,
me this.
After solving the riddle, it had asked you that question. And yeah, it's the floor is you guys. What would you like to do?
What's it doing? Is it just staring there?
It seems to be sitting just staring at you.
Oh. So walk side to side and see if it follows me with its head.
Its head doesn't seem to be moving. It's kind of just bobbing up and down with that weird-looking grin on its face.
Should we maybe leave? Should we move forward? I feel like we've solved its riddles.
Are we still deaf?
No. I'd say you've already
Okay.
regained your hearing.
Except
Yeah.
we can go wherever we want.
Well, I'm going home. Where's the secret passage back to the ethereal plane?
The creature actually, when you say that out
Or
loud,
material plane, sorry. Material
Looks-
plane.
looks towards you and says,
Is that where you wish to go?
Oh God! It's gonna no.
Kidding.
Where-
What about
wait.
it?
Where do we want to go? Have we decided?
Can we actually go back to the ethereal plane? Can we rally the ethereal plane to our aid? Or could we even...
I'll be perfectly honest with you. If we were to go back to the material plane right now, there's a high chance I'm not coming back.
we go somewhere in time as well?
I'll take a few steps forward to the creature and say, "What? Do you have a menu? Where can we go? Or is it shorter to say where we cannot go? Whichever's more, less time-consuming."
These portals will take you somewhere in Avernus you wish to
Oh,
go.
okay. Ah. See? The important questions.
it then raises
lean
its
back
head a
over to-
bit
okay.
higher, and it's kind of looking down on you as it says this, and then it says,
But only if I deem it. So I ask you, where do you wish to go?
I will slap you in the... What? I'll turn around before I get myself in trouble here. Where are we going specifically? I don't remember.
Sword, I guess.
But the sword was in a... He told us where it was. I pull out my map. I want to look at the map.
"You want to look at the map? All right. Let's see."
Where's Dora?
You take out your map and start looking it over.
All right. We're here, and I don't touch my finger to the map, but I just kind of hover over it. At these fucked up arches. I will.
You know where
then-
you're going?
I will look back up at Doya. I have no idea where we're going.
I believe told us that we
Doya, roll a
use
history check.
the arches to find the sword.
I look up at, like, the arches we're standing under. How am I supposed to know which specific arches?
I don't think it's going to matter. I think once we know where we're going and we walk through, we'll be there.
I look back at the creature. Can you take us to the arches of Ark?
The creature tilts its head slightly and then slowly whirls it around to look up at the huge gateway in front of it, and then back to you, Hayes. And
It's here.
says,
We're already here, aren't we? I look at Doya. You knew this. You trying to make me look stupid. Don't answer that.
It stops before it was about to speak.
I pull my map back out. And I hold it up to Doya. You pick the next spot.
I don't think I need the map for that.
I continue holding it in his face.
Sphinx. We get an answer.
It's just looking at you.
If we wish to go to the sword of Zariel's flaming sword, Can you take us to it?
Do you know the name of the location?
Ha! I fold my map up.
Oh, you folded it up. There you go.
Who was listening to where he said the sword was?
I mean, if any of you want to, you can make a history check.
That's what I was telling Doyle to do.
Algie was saying.
History check. History check.
Joey apparently wasn't paying attention for that part.
Super
Oh,
roll.
God.
The man has a 1,000 perception and doesn't remember the one thing we
Dad
need.
doesn't know a goddamn thing.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wait,
Shit.
we can Elgin standing there?
That's for
That's for
saving
saving
throws.
throws.
I roll a 14 out of spite.
Lulu, you were listening, right? Where are we supposed to go?
You know what? Let's fair game for Lulu. Hold on.
Secret dice.
I didn't mean to secret that. I'll redo it because it's secret, but I'm gonna do it and tell you now. It was a
Was it
critical
high
fail.
if it's secret?
A critical fail.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, damn.
All three of them.
Lulu
was picking her nose when this information was given.
Mr. Sphinx, where do you think we should go?
Lulu and Hayes are the only two who can kind of recall the name. It was some sort of citadel, but you know there was more to it. That name.
Was the Radiant Citadel?
The Sphinx just stares at you, says nothing.
Was it the Gradient Citadel?
What if it was the
I pull out my map
Citadel
and I
of
start looking at it
Citadels?
again.
No one wrote this down earlier.
I was,
Was it
I was
Boy's
answering
job?
riddles.
Wait a minute. Was it Garlage? Was it Garlage Citadel?
The Garlic Citadel.
That was a deep cut Final Fantasy 11 joke. Just throw it out there.
Super above my head.
One of the worst dungeons in the history of Final Fantasy dungeons.
How many, Mr. Sphinx, Miss Sphinx, whatever you are, how many citadels are there in Avernus?
A good question.
Many. Okay, well, that doesn't do us any good. Are there any... you know what? No, I'm not going to bother this thing anymore. I feel like we should know this, but my brain is full from all of the questions and the answers that had to be stored there in order to answer them.
You know, the Sphinx wants to get back to some peace and quiet. They could help us along.
There's so many citadels, though.
Sphinx has a habit of knowing these things.
You know, yeah, you know what, Robbie, that's very smart of you. I want to see how this plays out.
Wait, what are you doing?
If the Sphinx wishes to get back to their eternal guardianship of this place, the easiest if they help us along our way.
So screwed.
Yeah. We're just gonna sit here and annoy him. Stab gets right to it. He starts doing the worm on the floor, disturbing the peace.
You know what, Lulu?
Wait, do you...
You should know this. I'm giving her advantage. Okay, goddamn. All right.
Okay,
What do
yes,
y'all?
please. Lulu,
what
what
do
did
y'all
you
try
find
to
out?
do? I remember it was. We took it to a citadel, but I don't know the actual name of it.
Is it on the map?
Was it... No!
I don't know.
That's what I was looking for. It's not here. Do you think it was... Zariel Citadel? I like lean in.
I don't know. I just remember it looked like it was starting to get really gross.
What looked
it
like it
was-
was getting gross?
It was like bloody, like skin on it. It was nasty.
We're going to the Citadel.
I'd like to take this moment to sit down and start staring at the Sphinx.
So you sit
Fuck it.
down and stare at the Sphinx, Doya?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not going anywhere fast at this rate. Might as well get comfy.
This
I
thing
honestly
down.
don't remember. I truly do not. I'm gonna stand with just like my hands on my hips to the side, and I'm just standing there looking at the arches like they're a busted lawnmower that I need to fix, and I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do it. End of turn.
Okay. All right. I'll tell y'all what. I give everybody one more history check, and then we go Plan B. All right.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to do
And we
Plan
just-
B, but we can.
And we just drive. I cast
I
lightning
wrote the
bolts.
same thing. Wait a minute. Wait. I just thought about something.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Doya has a special ability that can help us all, and he has yet to use it.
You rolled before I could pull it out.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, use it. Can you use it on yourself?
Don't know if I can use it on my. Well, I don't know. Can I use guidance on myself?
Yeah, you can use guidance on whoever.
Okay, I'd like to give myself guidance.
Just really believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in the heart of the card, and remake this history roll, and then add a
Okay.
D4, which is not going to help.
Add your D4.
It might.
I have a 15.
Doya, you recall your journey in the crypt of the Hell Riders. And you remember when you discovered that room off to the side, which surely was Elanthius' quarters, and you were peering through various books and notes in there, and you're almost positive you read something about the Bleeding Citadel at some point.
Eating. Can we go to the Bleeding Citadel?
Do you say that?
Yes, just like that.
After you say that, the Sphinx gets back on all fours and starts pacing back and forth and says,
A location hidden from all. A location Asmodeus himself wants secret. Yes, I can send you there.
Asmodeus wants this kept a secret, huh?
The Sphinx takes a step back and gets near the portal, and or the arch, and sits down. It then takes one of its hands and just presses it onto the arch. And Hayes, as you're looking through, since you're closest, you're looking through the arch itself. It looks like you're almost looking through. It was just you just look through it, and it's just more Avernus. But now when you look through it, it almost looks like you're looking through a large vial or a large glass jar, as the reality in front of you is just a bit distorted. And the Sphinx says,
Walk through the first arch, and immediately the second, and you will reach your destination.
I turn back and look at everybody.
I'm gonna start
Excited.
getting up.
I'm gonna assume that I was probably just a hair too far away to hear the specifics of that. So, we've chosen a destination.
Bleeding Citadel. Took
Wonderful.
me a minute.
I'll be honest. We would have died here if it were left to me to remember that.
Either that or go back to Elanthius, and he's probably sick of us by now.
He's a good guy though. But you're wonderful. You have a beautiful mind, Doya. Beautiful mind. As I'm like apparently yelling this across the field.
You're like 20 feet away.
Beautiful mind. I reach out. I reach out to grab Stab's hand.
Stab
before we
gladly
walk through.
accepts.
The Sphinx says one more thing as you guys get close, and it looks towards you, whoever's in front, and says,
Be warned. Once walking under the first arch, to avoid the second is suicide.
That's good to know.
Alright. Hey, Doya, do you mind patching up Lulu a bit before we go in? She can't really take much.
Okay. Anybody else a little frazzled by our question and answer session?
I look at Doya. Does he have blood coming out of his ear?
He's definitely
yes.
been better.
I just
He is
point to him.
He's coated in cuts, scratches. Well, no. In this case, it would have just been under damage. Yeah, he's got a little bit of blood trickling out of his left ear.
And I yell, "What?" And I turn my other ear to him, the one that's not bleeding.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level
Oh.
on... Wow. Lulu's going to be, like, full.
Yes, she
13.
is.
Let's see what that does. Close.
Right.
What? What'd you do? That does not
oh,
add up.
Oh, I didn't add
It should
the
be full
his
health.
bonus. No, I didn't add the +6. That was just the 2d8. There we go.
Hey. Thank
We're
you,
going
old
to
man.
do the same for Stab
Oh, Stab accepts.
at 2nd level.
A
Man, I'm hot now.
Oh shit, that's done over here.
I should have just looked at the Twitch stream title.
Second.
Oh shit.
Oh, that was a meta hit. You know, like on the back of the Metal Gear Solid case, you need to get the number to call, and that's the only way.
Wow.
That one's for
We
you,
are-
Hayes.
We are such fools.
Elgin, how you looking?
I'm about half almost, but I can heal myself. You can. I'll just use my lay on hands.
Doya?
14's to you.
Oh. Well, I can hear just fine now.
I'm going to do a 3rd on myself. That'll help. You sure, Elgin? Oh, you right. Started healing yourself.
Yeah, I already did.
So what? Alright, guys. Let's go in. Stab go ahead and he grabs Lulu's hand, he grabs Hayes' hand, and he starts heading in.
I go hand in hand with Stab through the gates of hell.
All right, you guys pass through the first arch, and immediately you don't feel like you're all here when you step through that first arch. Like you feel like pieces of you are suddenly missing, but you feel compelled to keep moving forward.
Still go forward toward the second arch, Jamie, unless you're throwing something at us.
I'm not throwing anything. This is what you guys want to do.
Second arch.
All right. Stab, you continue just power walking to that second arch. As soon as you walk through the next one, you vanish.
Oh!
What are you doing, Hayes?
Tricky bastard.
I'm gonna walk towards the next set of gate, the next arch.
Are we still holding hands in cannon, or
I
did,
would,
did
yeah, I
let you
would
go?
have, I would have been still holding hands with him.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Oh, well, you would have gone right through then. So yeah, you vanish
Yeah.
as well.
Ah!
And Elgin and Doya, you see them disappear after they get to the second set of arches.
Did they hear a scream?
Maybe like the beginning of it. Yeah. Like, ah!
As they would have stepped through, I would have stepped through.
All the way?
Oh, starting
Yeah.
after him.
Shit. This is awkward. I only have 2 hands. I don't know what you're gonna grab, man.
No,
Okay.
I'm not holding your hand. I'm just saying, but
Yeah, well, they're
if I would have seen y'all walk through, I would have walked in right behind you.
So both
Oh, okay.
both of you are going through both arches then?
I'm going through with the Elgin same time as him.
Okay. Both of you then travel through both arches as well, and once you pass that second arch, you disappear. Where you all step out to is a bit unpleasant. As soon as you take that last step through the second arch, you appear, it looks like again another area of Avernus, with bloody streams all around you. And you see in the distance something that looks like a gross scab overtaking what looks like what was maybe a fine building at some point. You guys see this.
I believe we're
Oh,
at
it's
the
not
correct
so bad.
address.
It's like a giant meatloaf.
I turn and look at him, at Stab. I believe you need a new recipe.
Ah, this one's good.
Okay,
Stab.
well, I encourage you to take a bite when we get close, because undoubtedly, and I just gesture broadly towards it, that's where we're going.
What does it smell like, Jamie?
From here, I mean, it still smells a little bit like, your standard Avernus smells, sulfur in a bit, but you get there is a slight whiff of decay in the air, too. And you got a sinking feeling that the closer you get to this thing, the more likely it's going to intensify.
Oh,
I
yeah.
encourage you not to take a bite, but that'll just mean to do it anyways.
Eating mountain. Alright. Stab takes a look to the left and right, see if there's anything approaching.
Looking around, there seems to be nothing in the distance all around you. This area of Avernus seems pretty damn empty, minus the scab.
Alright. How big are these chains?
The chains are fairly large. They're like them thick chains that you guys scaled at one point.
Okay,
Do
does
they
the
look-
meat... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask if they looked as sharp as they do in the picture. Are they climbable or
Pull
nay?
back up. I mean, they're definitely climbable. They do look as sharp as they do in the image here, but they're huge. So you could try to scale them.
I feel like climbing meat is easier than a chain. For now, but that's just my take.
I'm fortunately inclined to agree.
Alright. Stab wants to head towards the meat mountain.
Lulu actually chimes in as well and says, It's so much more than I remember. The only entrance was in the lower portion, but it looks covered.
Oof.
You remember being here?
She turns to you and excitedly says, I remember coming here a long time ago. Yeah, but this is where we took the sword. But I. And she suddenly has a look of concern on her face and says, "Why can't I remember leaving?"
Do you remember who you came with?
She was she was a hell rider, and she was tough and nice and very wounded. Yale? Yeah, Yale. I think her name was Yale.
Very good. believe we've heard that name before. Is there anyone else with you?
I hope she's okay. I don't think anyone else was with us.
Stab goes to whisper to Doya. What is Yale?
Hellrider. I think Elanthius mentioned him.
Okay. Alright.
You slept through it. That's why. When you were in the car when we got to the crypt.
That's right. Heard about that badass thing you said about the arthritis. That was hilarious. I remember that though.
Just don't say it in front of Elgin.
Yeah, that's very bold of you, sir.
I want to reach up and just grab onto one of the chains and just kind of like tug on it a little bit.
So you walk over to where the nearby chains are, and it is huge. Like, let me show you. Like, you see that area at the bottom left, the first pointed one?
Yeah.
Like, you could lay down on just that one link.
Wow. It's a big boy.
Yeah, it's huge chains.
I turn back to Stab, and I'll say, "What is it with this place and gigantic chains?"
It
I don't know, man.
more than anything to all of you, it looks like Avernus is trying to rip this citadel down into it.
Stab's gonna be like, man, they just don't want their meat to get away, you know?
Does this look similar to the chains that are bound to El Terrell currently?
Very.
Was it one of those hot chains? Did you feel
I
burning?
go up and like hop on it, and I'm gonna just reach down and kind of put my hand to it, and I'm gonna turn back to Doya and Elgin at this point and say, I believe this is the fate of El Terrell.
This chain is
For El Terrell, it might be worse. It was sitting over a lake of lava.
this chain's cool to the touch as well.
Well, gross meat that Stab thinks looks like his family recipe for meatloaf and
I didn't
lava
say family recipe
certainly
meatloaf.
do have quite a different atmosphere to them.
I just said it resembles meatloaf. Generally.
Not any meatloaf I've ever seen.
Well, you know, you go travel more.
I have traveled
But you don't
probably
recognize
more than
this
any of you.
meatloaf. But you don't recognize this meatloaf.
No, because that's not meatloaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meatloaf isn't really a sailor's meal.
We'll, you know what? We'll have a taste test when we get there.
You're eating with me if I eat it.
I am absolutely not.
Yeah, you are.
You're the confident one about the meatloaf.
All right. Are you going on the chains? What are you doing there? You gonna climb the chains?
No, I just wanted to check them out.
Okay.
You think we should climb them?
I kind of look back towards the Citadel, and based on like how I'm standing on the chain right now, and with my decent knowledge of navigating the masts and ropes on a ship, how difficult would I rate this to just use this chain as a walkway? Like, what would the chances of falling off be if nothing flew at us and tried to rip our faces off?
If you took your time and just made a couple of checks, it wouldn't be too difficult, as long as nothing's interfering.
Well, and I'll look to the skies around a little bit, just to not like looking in depth by any means. Assuming that our friend the Vrak didn't decide to change his mind and slam us off of the chains down into... And I look, I want to take my gaze and point it to the I guess, the area underneath the chains? Because I see Meat Mountain over there, and I see the brown rocks here. But in between it, it almost looks like there's liquid in the picture.
And let me pull it back up. So there is a lot of liquid streams running from this place. They're not rivers or anything, though. Some of them look very shallow. Like, these aren't like maybe there's liquid coming from the scab and it's just trickling out into the plains around you.
Like streams or rivulets or something?
Yeah, but I don't know what the second word means.
My man said rivulets. He's got words.
Yeah, they look fairly shallow.
The way I see it, we have a couple of options. We can try and brave the chains and have a potentially dry journey to the top of this citadel. Or we can brave the blood marshes and potentially have something reach up from underneath and just be generally gross from here to there.
Stab immediately just flies up onto the chain.
He's
like, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see that fucking wetness before. Yeah, I votes for the chain.
Lulu chimes in and says, we could take the chain, but we'll have to climb down the side, I think, unless there's another way in, but I think the Citadel itself only has one entrance through two large gates, and it's near the base.
That's a go, Lulu.
Can you pull the picture up again?
Yeah, Jamie, I'm staring at just a...
Yeah, I know, it's a
one
handout.
black
It goes away by default after I show you guys. Alright, so there we go.
We need like
the
a
doors
folder
on
to store all these pictures in or something.
Are the doors on a different side? Because I don't see them from here.
There's a little anus there.
They should be somewhere on this side, but I don't know. Maybe if we got closer?
Maybe. Would there not be a window or something we could get in if we took the chains to the upper levels?
Lulu shakes her head and says, the Citadel itself is enchanted. I don't think a window would even be breakable, honestly.
What about balconies or overlooks that might have access doors?
She looks at you and shakes her head, Doyle.
Enchanted everything. Well, I guess into the blood anus we go.
Yay!
Is that what you guys are doing?
That's what I'm doing.
We may as well.
Can I do a perception check?
What are you trying to perceive?
I'm trying to see what exactly the chain attaches to on the far end. If it's like over the top of the citadel and like held down, or if it's like just into a wall or something.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Fairly easy. Okay.
I think I can...
So, it looks like these chains some are going into the flesh. They're not latching onto it. And the ones that aren't, like the higher up ones you see, seem to be just grasping onto pieces of the citadel that's not covered. So, it looks like these chains are just reaching out to the citadel and grabbing onto it.
No, it doesn't really look like it's probably like penetrated a wall or anything like that we might be able to climb through it, right?
No.
We're at the shop.
Make the money, see?
All right, so you guys press on through this terrain of just blood streams and jagged rock. It takes about, it doesn't take too long. It takes about 20 minutes of travel, uninterrupted travel actually, until you make it to the base of this scab. And once you do, you all could see a small roundabout going upward, as well as viscera and blood just streaming down around it. And if we don't have comments on that, we're going up then.
I think I froze up for a second. I didn't hear the last part.
Oh, it just looks like a lot of gross
viscera.
blood and stuff. Viscera.
Oh,
There's a lot of viscera on the way up.
is there
It's
anything
grody.
floating?
No,
the stream?
not really. It's just trickling down. It's just like a small stream.
I wonder how much a small residence would cost here. It's got to be get in at a very low rate. Get the
Unless you're into
viscera-
this sort of thing.
Get the viscera discount.
Just imagine the sounds we hear as we go. Just like,
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
As you're
Fun, man.
going up this roundabout, you start to notice the ground you're walking on. It's very hard. It feels like you're walking on rock a bit. But as you just look at it in crossing, you think you see hairs poking up out of it sometimes. And you quickly realize you are actually walking on a very hardened scab as you make your way up. You do eventually. This roundabout leads to what looks like some large gates that are opened up with a huge wall of flesh on the inside. But it looks like you could still get in there. There might be a tunnel or something.
Stab curiously wants to get his rapier out and poke the flesh.
I knew somebody was gonna do it, and I knew it was gonna be you.
Of
You
course,
take-
it's in my name.
You take your rapier out and you stab in the ground. That's what you're doing?
Or whatever is the fleshiest and the most bulbous.
There goes Empire Strikes Back.
Hey, you just stab into the ground and it's very hard. It's like rock hard right next to you. You stick your rapier in the stream next to you as well, and it gets a little bit of thick, gooey, gross blood on it. But you can't pierce the ground under that either.
Shit's hard, man. It's like a super scab.
Also,
Maybe
it's
we
starting
should have
to-
been building houses out of this all along. It seems fairly durable, and I'll kind of stomp my foot.
It's like you're stomping on a cliff.
What was there
There's
a
a
story about 3 pigs building houses? Was one of them building a house out of scabs? How did that one fare? Nothing. Okay.
tell him, Doya.
was gross,
I was
I
waiting
know.
for Doya.
The story I think goes differently for the elves, but different culture and all that.
Oh,
How
dude,
does
the
your
map is
story
loaded.
go?
The pig that used sticks, I actually built his up in the trees where the wolf couldn't reach.
What is this thing right here?
What about the other pigs?
We usually don't pay attention to that part of the story.
It's not the same story at all. There's 2 less pigs.
It looks like a small little. I say this word wrong every time. Small
I'm not gonna know what it is, probably.
brazier.
Oh, I know what that is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Brazier, I think it's
It's
pronounced.
not a brazier.
With a
Thinking about a
radiant,
bra.
with a radiant flame.
It is brazier.
Okay, so it just looks completely normal. No blood on it. Blood fire.
No, actually, it looks cleansed. Looks very nice. Except the ones
Oh,
up
that's
front.
weird.
They got blood all under it. And you notice the ground
Okay.
starting to get a little squishier the closer you get to these gates, as random amounts of just blood and grossness are protruding from the sides.
Is there any blood underneath the flames? Is there like a clean area around the flames?
The one you're
Try
at,
s-
it looks, it doesn't look too tainted.
Is the flame look any special or something?
No, it's just a nice radiant glow. It almost looks like one of the spells Elgin casts sometimes on creatures. When he wants to kill them.
Does it look like it's a magical fire, or is it actually got oil or something?
Definitely doesn't look normal.
I want to get my torch out. And I want to light it with this fire.
Sure, you take your torch out and you hold it into this flame. And then you take your torch out, and it's not lit at all.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Guys, look at this. And then Stab's just gonna, like, show it to you guys.
Yeah, everyone seems to be crowding around different flames as well when you look, Stab.
Isn't that crazy? What's your fire doing?
I'm not gonna put my hand in it, but I want to hold my hand up to it, just to see if there's any heat coming off of it.
You hold your hand close to the flame, and it doesn't feel any hotter than it did before.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Like, look, I guess what I need, I don't know what I would need to do to roll this, but do I get the impression that this is in fact radiant energy?
You
Or
definitely
like a type of radiance?
absolutely get that impression.
What is radiant energy doing down here?
Radiant, you say, and I will try to stick my hand in the fire.
Oh, you brave bitch.
You put your hand, your open palm, in the flames, and it just glows around it. Looks like it should be
Why does
burning,
that
but
happen?
nothing happens.
Is it gonna burn me? Stab does it quick.
Lulu just says, "It
Like that.
shouldn't burn you."
Stab does it a little slower, and he starts trusting it after a while. What happens, Jamie?
You just hold your hand in there. You feel no different at all.
Eat.
I want to just out of curiosity, I want to use my divine sense and see, I guess, see if I, obviously, other than, the obvious ones like Lulu, see if I notice anything that sticks out, like in the celestial category.
Sure. So you kneel down and just hold your hand to your chest and start sensing out with your divine sense, trying to see what's in your area, like any strength of auras around you that are drawing you to it. And you check for fiend, undead, and celestial magics, creatures, whatever it may be, just seeing what's out there. You definitely feel some celestial energy right next to you, actually. And this time it's not Lulu. Everything else you can't quite pick up, but normally you can only sense out to 60 feet with this spell, but you immediately sense some fiendish presence, some very, very potent fiendish presence in the distance. Deeper towards the Citadel itself.
We're in the right place. I say we go in.
Right behind you, man.
I just start walking on up.
I try and walk in a way that doesn't require. I'm trying to avoid the blood on the ground.
Stab just like walks next to him, doesn't give a shit, like walking through a puddle nonchalantly.
Yeah, as you guys start walking towards this, your footsteps get squishier. It's starting to feel like you're walking on something, as opposed to
Stab goes
just
to Hayes.
rocks.
You know I could fly. I just don't care.
Also, you got a bit quieter, Stab. I don't know why.
I did? Oh shit, man.
Yeah, there you are.
All right.
So the three of you start walking into between these doors, and you're quickly met with a wall of just flesh around you. But you think you've discovered why there's just a stream of this blood coming out. As you can see, what looks like a tunnel in front of you, carved in a large circular fashion. It looks like something may have clawed, chewed, or something its way deep into this fleshy mound that's coating the Citadel. And it's likely all this blood is pouring down from that wound.
Stab, you didn't told me this is where your mother lived.
She doesn't live here. Stab just go. It's where your mother lives, fucker.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I got this, guys.
Are you guys
Stab wants
entering
to give it
the?
another jab. Oh wait, is it not? Is it opened or what? I thought it was sealed with meat.
There is a tunnel opened up that looks like it was carved out, but you can absolutely stab into the sides of it if you want to.
No. If it's already like ripped open, you know.
I was gonna say I'm walking right in.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Go ahead.
we're already here and we're looking down this giant, bloody, gaping chasm. There's no point in hesitating now, is there? Doya is mute.
Yeah,
I
you're
see
muted,
Doya's
buddy.
mouth moving. What are you saying?
I haven't heard Dory in a while.
It's not really much of a way back. So, let's do this.
All right. You guys head down into the tunnel. And you see it opens up a little bit, but it's carved out in all different directions. Like they couldn't make up their mind which way to go sometimes. Oh, there it is.
Oh shit, man. Smallest map ever.
Oh.
Not for long.
Brought out the tunes for this one.
Things just got ominous.
So what's with the? So is it just completely dark and we're just on a platform?
When you get down this tunnel, all of you, your vision's quite a bit dimmer. You can still see, but it's very dark. Stab, it is pitch black down here to you.
Stab just immediately casts light on his glove. He wants the glove light.
The glove light? All right.
Yeah. You want me to link it?
Yeah, go ahead and cast it. Go ahead and put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Is that I think that's 60 feet of bright light, right? And 30 feet of dim?
I think 20 actually.
Oh, is it? Light. Bright light in a 20-foot radius. Look at that. You are correct. Which would mean dim light. 40.
An additional 20.
Oh, cool.
Suddenly, a bright light emits from Stab as his glove begins to illuminate and provides regular lighting for all of you. You all feel a little more confident in your capabilities now that you can see clearly.
All right, glove light. Yeah. Go. Oh shit, what did I just step into? What did I just step into?
You're stepping into a scabby, fleshy wall. As you press against the wall, you almost...
Oh.
It feels like you could push your hand into it if you push hard enough.
Stab wants to do that.
It's very gross. You take your glove and just push into it. And as you press harder, tiny bits of blood ooze out and squirt past your hand.
Is it warm or is it cold?
You're wearing gloves, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's kind of warm. Warmish.
Blood is hot, guys. Stab, like, flicks his hands onto the floor. Kind of like how a dog gets water off of himself.
Which means it's probably still alive, whatever this stuff is.
How much blood could it need?
I'm getting an idea that maybe all this, and I'm gonna swing my
Stab.
hand around.
Do it.
Stab wants
All
to
of
press
this.
on
Hold on,
stealthily,
Stab. Hold
too.
on. Do
Okay.
it first. What
All
do
right.
you?
All of this, and I'm just gonna wave around for a little bit and go, is something alive? Something wrong?
Okay, go ahead, Stab.
Do I have to tell you that I'm super cautious, Jamie? So no
If you
bullshit?
don't tell me you're trying to sneak, then I'm going to assume you're walking through like this, just stepping on the ground the whole time.
Stab is trying to be sneaky sneaks
Make
and
a
trying to
stealth
be
check.
super cautious.
So we approach the giant bleeding scab
I would like to
mountain.
activate my power.
What did it? Hold on. Hayes say something. What, Hayes?
We approached giant scab mountain, which was surrounded by the blood marshes. We approached it, and the closer we got, the squishier it got. More blood, more viscera. And now you're worried that something is alive here.
I mean, we've seen things bleed that shouldn't while we've been down here. I'm more worried.
Half of this whole place is blood.
I know. I'm more worried that it may be able to sense us.
Stab, what were you saying?
I'm just saying that I'm using reliable talent, so instead of a 6, it should be a 10. So that's a 23 instead of a 19.
You're feeling pretty stealthy. Your
right.
stealth is only reliable if you are on your own, though. If someone else is walking near you, it's gonna be more negated. But
Doesn't matter.
I'm not walking cautiously. I'm just walking.
Even though Elgin's like being loud as fuck, Stats could be like, yeah, stealth, and he's still gonna be like super stealthy.
Yeah, you can be off to the side and you can be good. But if you're up front stealthing and someone's right behind you, not, then that's when it's negated. So you're good as long as you're not in the front.
So you're saying that this is somewhat like a spider's web. We step on it, and whatever's living here feels the vibrations.
Definitely not going to rule it out.
Well, this is horrible.
When all of you enter this room, you can see a piece of the Citadel seems to be clean. It looks like the scab-like growth is trying to overtake it, but it's just stopped short of a set of stained glass murals. And when you look up at them, this is what you see. Lulu looks at it and she looks confused as she says, it looks changed.
Well, how so? Oh, I see how.
There are 6 in total. Those are the first 3 you see.
You sending me?
You guys see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. The next 3 look like this.
Stupid. Oh, shit.
And
Yeah,
then
how can I go back to the first one?
This story doesn't look like a happy one.
Hey, man,
Lulu
it takes
stays
courage
silent.
going bald.
Lulu, does this awaken anything in you? I'm just looking at it.
It shows what happened, but it's not like the Citadel had these here to begin with. I think Avernus is changing this place.
What do you mean?
Well, things like this are normally enchanted with blessings and goodness, but it looks like it's trying to cover it and it's struggling, but the glass should be more celestial, nice, fun things. But it's just telling the story of Zariel instead.
Lulu, would this give you reason to believe maybe there might be something to Elanthius' words about there still being some good left in Zariel?
She turns and looks at the second set of windows and just stares at the middle one and says,
I know what it looks like, but there has to be there. She was an angel. She
and she starts to tear up a bit.
Okay,
Looking
Lulu.
at the image
Jab's gonna console her.
here, I see that.
Oh, tell me
There
if you
are
want to look at 1 or
2
2, and I'm pull it back up, by the way. Set 1 or set 2.
I'm looking at set 2. I've still got it pulled up here. I'm looking at the evil set.
Okay.
So looking at the first and second images, and then comparing them to the third, I see that there are two different swords, with those same swords being held up in the third image. Do either of those weapons look familiar?
One
I assume they do.
absolutely does. On the third pane, at the bottom right, the man with the more curved blade, you saw that same blade on the hilt of Elanthius.
I knew it. See, that's our friend. And I point to that picture. Now, who's the one on the left, though? Probably some other dickhead.
I
Looks like a dickhead.
were a guessing man. I would say Harriman.
You hear Lulu sniffle a bit, and then look at the image and say,
I think you're right.
I'm gonna be honest. Looks like Harriman, and just I'm like looking at the first pane and then the second pane. Harriman had it easy. Elanthius, Jesus Christ.
Can we go back to the first set?
yeah, let me pull it up.
I wish I could move them side by side instead of like
can.
having to close. Oh, you can? I wish I knew that earlier instead of looking like an asshole.
You can resize them at the bottom right too.
Oh shit! Thank you, sir.
I've got them all up in like I'm looking at a story right now.
It's Zelda Wind Waker right now.
Uh-huh. Damn, now I want to go play Wind Waker.
Do it.
DM, the first page, third pane. That third bastard. How familiar does that guy look to me?
Does he look like what we saw in the visions?
Yeah. That actually, yeah, I can answer that way. This does look like the figure you saw in the visions when Zariel was swearing loyalty to something. This is the same creature that gave a glance to another hulking pit fiend, and the pit fiend immediately recoiled and put its head down.
Are there any markings or symbols on it that resemble a certain like signet ring that I would have been familiar with from my childhood?
On this pane itself, you can't really tell.
Okay. I know we've kind of lived through the visions and seen this, and I'm just kind of gazing at that third pane. But I've really got a sinking feeling in my stomach about this. I'll just kind of point to that pane.
Second pane. The figure in red. Is that a pit fiend there?
In the middle one,
Yes.
that does look like a pit fiend.
I wonder if that's Bell.
I look over at our snarling paladin.
Snarl.
Yes.
I was just acknowledging your snarl.
I imagine that you are correct. We've seen the story before.
And here we have all the players in picture.
There you go.
I think
Maybe when we're all done, we'll get it framed and take it home. We can put it in Hayes Fried Chicken, all the franchises.
you jest, but I begin to wonder something. This... And he'll just kind of gesture around himself. This place is trying to swallow this entire everything whole. But it can't covet this. And he just kind of looks around and kind of glances around the room. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be some holy energy still attached to this stained glass somehow, that it can't quite cover it. Or maybe it's afraid of Zariel.
Are you
Maybe
able
that's
to,
why.
Are you able to pick up on such things?
I could attempt. I'll use my divine sense again. And see if I get any readings off of the stained glass.
You use your divine sense as you stand close to the glass. And again, place your hand on your chest and sense this celestial energy, and it is beaming off of this glass.
Do I get any inclination? I mean, I doubt the divine sense could tell me this, but just based on my experience as a paladin, would I have any inclination that? I guess let me explain what I'm thinking here. Early on, when we first came to Avernus, when we were inside the temple, in like the undercroft of the temple, and we found that sword that was on the corpse of the woman that didn't decay.
The
And
unnamed
it kind of
hero.
seemed like,
Yeah.
yes, when we took the sword, it was like it lost all its power pretty much. Like it became like pretty much a worthless sword.
Correct.
Do I get the inclination that if we removed this glass, the same thing would happen?
I don't know. That's more of you would have to come to that conclusion, because there's nothing showing that removing this glass would change anything. It could be the area around the glass, it could be the glass itself, and it also could be it might not be possible to move at all. Unless you try.
Okay.
I have a crazy idea.
What's that, Doyle?
Goya, what is your plan?
If this place is holy and it's being something's trying to swallow it up, maybe we give it a little bit of help in the other direction.
I think I follow you.
I'm going to try something. It may not work, but it's worth a shot. I'm going to reach down into the icky ground where we're standing, and I'm going to try to cast Bless.
Layers.
I like where your head is at.
So so to make Bless work, it has to target a creature. But this is.
I have a feeling we're in a
It
creature.
bleeds.
Exactly.
It's, you touch the ground and cast Bless, and when you do, the ground, as mushy as it is, it's almost like the flesh starts flickering a little bit, like it's pulsating where you cast Bless. It only lasts a couple seconds until it returns to normal.
Any sign of any receding?
Now, it looked like it
Or
just
is it-
spasmed instead.
I want to try something similar. I want to, because this stuff is all around us.
Mhm.
I'm just going to point in a random direction and fire off a blast of sacred flame
Okay.
and just see what happens.
All right, so the wall cannot make a dex savings throw. So what are you targeting, a wall, floor, or ceiling?
Yeah, just the wall, just to see what happens.
Okay, you sacred flame the wall. You didn't specify where, so I'm just gonna say like maybe you did like
Yeah.
right there. And when you do, a chunk of flesh just evaporates from this radiant energy, and it's almost like you just ripped out a chunk of flesh or something as blood starts just oozing out of the wound
Ugh.
and pooling onto the floor.
Can I
Does it
check
come-
for something?
Oh, go
Sorry,
go
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it didn't like I know like you said earlier when Doya did it, like the flesh kind of receded and came back. Did it do it again, or did it just leave a wound?
No, you just got a wound now in the wall.
I think we have our answer.
If I want to try to check to see if we've noticed that it looks like this hole was like scraped through this thing. Does the damage that Elgin did match that kind of scraping, like the wound that's left behind, or is it a different style of wound? If I can guess that.
The damage Elgin left is in almost a perfect spherical position, whereas the tunnel looks more clawed than anything.
Thank you. Definitely alive then.
And it doesn't seem like there's any like response. Like we don't hear any like grumble or like any kind of like an audible anything in response to the damage.
Make a perception
Okay.
check. Actually, all of you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm vaguely good at those. What? For once, I'm more perceptive than Doya.
Man, literally had to roll a 4.
Right.
I've just got so many things on my mind right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoever rolled a 20 or higher, it was very faint. This whole area, just if you're listening intently, it sounds like just random pulsating almost in every direction. But you swear between those pulsates, you hear just a faint, deep, bellowing groan.
What do I hear for rolling a 2, Jamie?
You hear Sailor Moon music.
You
Yeah.
hear Elgin
That's what I
going,
wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sailor Moon. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna turn to Doya and kind of lean over to him.
What's the matter?
So I'm thinking something.
I think I'm on the same page.
Yes. We are definitely inside of something that is alive. And the sacred flame that I unleashed harmed it, left a wound even. So it is, in fact, weak. To holy light, I think we have options here.
I think it probably also knows we're here now.
That is very true. Which means we must carry on. I do also have a concern. If we are in fact inside of the belly of the beast, as it were, I'm afraid of what our only exit strategy could possibly be. But that said, if worse comes to worse, I say you and I blast our way out.
Very well. Before this cave or whatnot closes up behind us, let's make our move.
But before we do, part of me wants to take this stained glass iconography. I can't help but feel like there is some significance here. I don't know how, But I wonder if there's yet some way we could remove this.
I'll kneel down and just kind of, I just kind of want to run my hand across the frame of this thing in the ground and see. I guess I'm just trying to see if it's like something that was built in structurally to whatever it's attached to, or if it's something that could possibly be removed.
So you're not touching the glass itself, you're just touching what the glass is connected to?
Correct.
Okay. You feel around at the base of this window pane and or glass pane. Just checking out the structure and integrity of it to see what you're feeling on. Make a man, what kind of check would this be? What do you think? What kind of check this would be?
Honestly, probably like either an investigation or honestly, probably investigation.
That sounds perfect. Make an investigation check.
It could be attached to anything.
Feels like it's attached to some very, very fine stone. You have no idea beyond that.
I'm gonna kneel
as
down.
As I stand up,
Oh,
as I just stand up to walk away from him, I'm just gonna give it a little like knock knock as I stand up and step back and let Elgin in.
You knocking on the frame or the glass?
The glass.
Okay. What is your alignment?
I believe neutral good.
Okay. You knock on the glass twice just in disappointment, and the moment your knuckles touch that glass, you feel an energy shoot through your body.
Oh no, I didn't want that.
Like a surge of energy, and you gain 20 temporary hit points.
Oh shit! I like step back, and as I'm stepping back and that energy shoots through me. Oh, what? It's fine. And I'll just step back. The glass, there's something with. I feel great. The glass is very nice, very fine glass.
Ah, shit, let me have some of that. Stab wants some of that. Stab reaches for the glass.
I moved out of the way for Elgin, so I'll step back.
Yeah, you touch the glass, Stab. Same thing happens to you. Energy shoots through your body. You get 20 temporary hit points.
Oh! Yeah.
I am going to take the
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take the Heaven's Fall mace, and I want to kind of tap it against the glass, not like hard, but just gently, and just see what happens.
You tap it against the glass, and every tap lets out a pleasant hum each time you do it.
I don't think we can remove this.
I don't think we should. It might be the only thing holding this cave open.
I agree.
It's
If
very
only
nice
there were
glass.
a way to. Yes, we leave it for now, and
I'm
then
gonna
I'm
go-
just gonna step.
Y'all,
I'm gonna
come
kind
here.
of storm off.
I would like to touch the glass, but I want to make sure I touch the second half.
Okay. You touch specifically the second half of Pains, and the moment you do, the same effect happens as an energy courses through you, and you gain this 20 temporary bonus hit points, even though you touch the more devilish side.
I was curious to see if there was something different with it.
Lulu will actually fly up to it as well and gently place her trunk on it while saying,
It looks like even though it's changing, the blessings remain. That's A good sign.
And she gains 20 temporary hit points as well.
Agreed. There's much strength left in that.
Elgin, you take a few steps forward and you notice you're at a crossroads. You can see a path leading to the north with some stairs that seem to descend. Or they look like stairs. It's almost like just carved strips of flesh that slightly go down. And it looks like there's a tunnel that goes deeper to your right as well.
Which way? You have two options. Neither of them look good.
Is there any difference in the wounds on each path? Does one look maybe more healed or less healed than the other?
Not in particular. Looks like both ways were clawed out with equal gusto.
I was more interested in maybe freshness, if that's possible to determine.
I wouldn't be able to tell here.
Very well.
I'm gonna begin looking to the right path and begin walking down it.
As you take a few steps down that path, Elgin, make a perception check.
Alright. And there it is. 11.
Okay. Around the corner, it's faint, but it's almost like you hear a faint bleating coming from this area. As you stop, or you can proceed on. When I say bleating, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's goats.
Flesh goats. I'm just gonna, as I stop, I'm just gonna kind of put, I'm gonna hold up a closed fist, and I'm gonna look back towards, Doya, and I'm just gonna kind of point one finger ahead, and put a single finger to my lips.
Boy is going to attempt to be stealthy for a step or two.
All right, you crouch down.
Oh wait, I thought I was doing something here.
What
There
is
you go. I'm attempting to be stealthy, and somehow may or may not be successful.
You feel stealthy, huh?
so like trying to follow them? What do I see in front of me? Like, what are y'all physically doing? What does Doya and Elgin's trying to stealth look like? Because that's going to be the basis of my next decision.
So the last thing you would have seen me do is like holding my right hand up in a fist, and like kind of looking back over my shoulder and kind of making a hush gesture, and then I'm just gonna kind of lean up against the wall or this flesh wall a little bit, not fully touching it because whether I won't admit it or not, it still looks and feels gross to me. But I'm gonna be moving very slowly and very like it'll be almost like I'm obviously trying to be sneaky, like almost comically sneaky.
You're avoiding all the gross pustules on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like I'm taking very wide but very slow and very obviously like deliberate steps.
Doya will have swapped to like tippy toes, but apparently he's like stepping on all the squeaky parts, and he's trying to put some weight on his staff, but not too much as he works forward. It's probably just like clanging off stuff, but he doesn't realize.
I will attempt to. So looking at that, I'll kind of gather that we're trying to be a little stealthy here, and I will also attempt to be sneaky.
Ooh.
And I'll turn back to stab as I see him, as I kind of hear him squishing up behind me. And
What up?
I believe we're trying to get the jump on something.
Stab
And I'll
has his
start
shoe off
kinda
in his
tiptoeing.
hand, and he's just like pouring the blood out of his shoe and then putting it back on. All right, let's do this.
Is Lulu trying to be sneaky, Stab?
Yeah, Lulu, just how big is Lulu, first of all?
About as big as your upper torso.
Is there a way I could like have her on my back so she's not as so she doesn't have to make her own stealth roll?
It'd be quite heavy. You would be struggling to move, and especially to fight if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, like a Banjo Kazooie kind of thing.
I'm afraid this one's way heavier than Kazooie.
All right, well, we're both gonna make our stealth rolls then.
Okay, you can use your previous one. You're already sneaking, or your new one. You're this sneaky enough anyhow. And Lulu feels pretty sneaky as well.
All right, let's go, Lulu. Let's go. Can I move?
The closer, as you guys scoot a little bit closer, you can hear you just shoving through everyone's Stab.
Oh, my bad. I was having trouble with my keyboard. It's got a lot of nachos in it.
Oh yeah. You can hear the just a few bleats every now and again
I see
around
those
the corner.
fuckers.
I'm actually gonna Wow. All right. What did everybody roll on stealth?
I rolled a 19.
8, unless I get a bonus from Elgin, but probably not.
You
Not
get
for this.
bonuses?
Not for
Eight.
not for this.
Nah,
18.
just for saving throws.
Okay. One of the creatures around the corner. Elgin, you're looking in there, and you see they're squatting actually towards a pool. Let me read this. A pool of blood fills the center of the chamber down the hallway. You can see some goat-headed demons reeking of rot crouch around the edges of the pool, staring at something floating in the middle of it. They seem to be fixated on it, but one of them, just one of them, turns its head and looks in your direction, Elgin.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing's happened quite yet. The moment it makes eye contact with you, what do you do?
I hate to operate on assumptions, but I mean, these dudes, they look evil as fuck. So, Elgin's gonna do what Elgin does. Elgin's gonna do the job that only paladins do, and he already has his hand on his mace and is ready to go to work.
All right. They look
He
like that,
sees
too.
evil people. Is that's the feeling he has.
Well, I was assuming since you're sneaking and moving close, like the moment it sees you, you would do something like, do you draw your mace and essentially just charge in, or do you cast something, or what are you doing?
You know what? Actually, you know what? I will not charge. But I know what I will do. I am going to cast. How many of them do I see ahead of me? Like you said, it's 3 or 4 of them.
You think you might see 3 and something in the water, but you're not sure if there's anything else.
Okay. Then if that is the case, yeah, I'm gonna cast Bane. Is what I'm going to do.
All right, let's see it.
So here, there's that. It's gonna be a
We got
DC 19 charisma. And I believe that should cover at least 3 of them.
Okay, which 3 are you picking?
So here, in here. I assume whatever it is they're looking at in the water hasn't or in the blood or pool or whatever hasn't fully arisen. So I'm just gonna pretend I don't even see it.
Okay, then let's resolve whether or not they succeed these checks, and I'll tell you everything that's about to happen here. They all have to make charisma savings throws. Is that correct?
Yes, DC 19.
Oh, that's not good for these guys. There's 1. As the first one, we'll go the next one down. 2. And 3. All right, so they all fail hard. So you step around the corner, and as soon as one sees you, you hold out your hand, and let's see, this is verbal, semantic, and material. Would you use your mace for the material? As you whisper this incantation, and this dark magic swirls around the 3 of them as they are now baned. And one of them stands up and looks at you and just yells out a loud, I'm not going to do a goat bleat, but he essentially does something like that. And then you can hear multiple others turning to charge at you. We're going to go into some combat.
All right.
Do the goat bleat.
I can't do a goat bleat. You know, you watched the new the Ragnarok movie. Thor, not Ragnarok. The
Oh wow! I rolled a
love it.
1.
Oh, so there's screaming goats?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder are like pet goals.
Let me mark these guys with some Banes. I don't know what the Bane icon is, so
Just know that they'll have to subtract a D4 from their all savings throws and attacks.
okay. I will do my best to try to remind me constantly. I'll do my best to remember that in the middle of this fight.
This sounds like a job for Doya.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah, there you go. Rules lawyer the hell out of his ass.
And before we truly begin combat, which here's your order, by the way, if y'all were curious. I'm missing someone on this list. Where you at, Hayes?
It's me.
Oh, there you are. Okay, we're gonna take
I'm
a
at
quick
the
break.
end.
You are at the end.
All right.
Give us about 10 minutes, folks. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. And we are back. So, we are going into some combat. You guys got noticed by some goat dudes. They done been baned, and they're getting up and yelling back at you. Looks like being just as aggressive. So, let's go ahead and start the fight off. And it looks like quite a few of them are going first. So, leading off, one of these Bullsowls stands up from the edge of this water. And Elgin, you see the one staring at you. And then out of nowhere from around the corner, you see one literally leaping through the air and landing near you.
Whoa.
And then it turns and dashes at you and swings around with this huge barbed tail on its back. Ooh. Which I think is gonna hit you.
Did you minus the 4?
Oh yeah, D4, D4,
Oh, that's
D4,
right.
homie.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the reminders.
That boy blessed.
Oh wait. Correction. That's a different one.
Bane's not lowering its attack.
Nope. That one
Oh,
actually does hit me.
Oh, it just lowers its. It makes your chance to hit him higher.
No. He's not one of the 3.
Oh, that's right. He was around the corner.
I saw the icon. I was like, oh wait, the 3 icons are down here. So yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Good catches, everybody. Yeah. So you get smacked by a tail for 8. Goddamn, just piercing damage.
Back damage.
And I need you to make
Piercing?
a Constitution savings throw.
Okay.
You need a 13 or higher,
Got it.
which you succeed. So the moment it hit you, you see that this barbed tail is definitely infused with some sort of plague or disease. But fortunately, it doesn't affect you, as none was able to get inside of you. Yeah, and that's the end of its turn. It has another ability that I don't know if goes off yet. Nope. That takes us to the next Bullsow, which another one around the corner leaps in once and then twice. And it looks like these things are kind of working intelligently. Can it move through? Yes, it can.
Oh shit!
As
It's a blood mover.
it shifts around through around the wall, pushing past you a little bit, Elgin. It looks like it's trying to get around you, and it's in your face too, Doya. But it is going to try and hit Elgin with its tail as it crosses him.
Damn.
I think it's going to fail though. An 18 doesn't hit you, right?
No, and it would be baned anyway. So.
Yeah, and that one is banned too, so it'd be even less.
Mhm.
So this one, as you see him skirting around you, you hold your shield up because you see he's trying to pull something, and you just feel this huge fleshy tail just slap your shield, all the spikes scraping across it as you reflect the blow off. That's the end of its turn. A third Bullsow will now go as it leaps in. And this one just moving right up on you, Elgin, as you start to get surrounded a bit.
Are they jumping over the wall or are they going through it?
So I know it looks like there's a wall there, but the way I designed the lighting, it's not blocking you guys' view. So I'm putting it like, since it's not blocking view, there's no thick wall pointing out there. If you can move your token into it, that means you can see through it. That means you can move through it.
Okay.
So just so you know, moving forward for this place. This Bullsow moves up with its tail again on you, Elgin. But it is
Negative.
not going to hit as you hold up your defensive stance and you just feel another huge tail just against your shield. That is all of their turns. Doya, it would be the start of your turn, but I need you to make a Constitution savings throw first. You need a 13 or higher. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
man,
good
son.
enough. So,
24.
just having these things near you, they look like they're already rotting, but it seems like just being around them, there's some sort of disease just floating in the vicinity that they're in, as it almost makes you want to throw up just being close, but you resist whatever this is. Now you can start your turn.
Back home, disease animals like this get burned, so I'm going to go with a produce flame.
Okay, who you producing flame on?
The one that's right in my face. This one.
Okay, so you hold your palm out and just push it right into this Bullseye that's right in your face. This is this a ranged spell attack?
It's it's a ranged cantrip.
Do you have anything that lets you cast ranged cantrips in melee range without disadvantage?
Not that I know of. Would you like a disadvantage roll for that?
I would.
I'm just going to roll it again.
Sure. Is that a 15 to hit?
It's 15 to hit.
Okay, you shove your flaming palm hand just towards this Bullseye, trying to lob this thing right in close range, but it's in your face with its horns and head right up on you. You get thrown off your balance, and your flame just goes behind it.
Does it hit the wall or anything?
Yeah, I'd have to hit something. What's the range on it?
I believe like 30 feet.
Okay, then yeah, it would, yep, it would slam into a wall, and it looks like a piece of flesh would sear off, and blood starts pooling out of the wall from it.
Cool. That's it from me. I'm not going to do a bonus action at the moment.
Okay, more Bullseyes will go. Another one leaps twice, leaps from its ledge to the front of this little pool, and then right into your face, Elgin. As it is going to, again, another tail flies at you. This one, however, is baned.
Yeah, he's banged.
So he got a 20 to hit.
Okay, meets beats, so yeah, he got me.
All right, this tail strikes you for 8 piercing damage. I need another con save out of you.
All right. 25.
Same as before. You feel this, like it's almost like a venom, but it's more potent than that. It's more, not necessarily. It feels like something that will mess with your biology more than anything.
It's like a disease or something.
Yeah, it feels like some sort of disease that almost gets in your body. But you again just you're resistant to this stuff. Your magics are still protecting you.
I'm immune. I'm immune to disease.
Oh, perfect. Well, in that case, yeah, never mind.
If it's a disease, I'm immune to though. We don't take those.
I think it is, but I'm not until it affects y'all. I'll verify that.
Okay.
It hasn't affected y'all yet.
Okay.
And that's the end of its turn, which brings us to one more Bullseye. Let me see if there's room for this guy. I'll leave up to here. There is. So this one skirts around on Lulu with his tail raised and is going to swing around and try to strike her with it. And he is probably gonna hit. Let's find out. With a 18 to hit. That will hit Lulu as she gets struck for 13 piercing damage. And she is in a con save. What's your aura give, Elgin? Automatic 5?
What's that?
You have an aura that increases saving throws, right?
Yeah. It's automatic +5. +5, yeah.
All right, let me see if she's immune to any conditions, because she fails. And
wait, what does she have to get?
she needed a 13.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
she meets it then. Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah. Meets beats. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
counted that. Lou looks like she struggles for a moment, but shakes her head, and she seems to be A-okay still. Hayes.
I felt like I'm going much sooner than I thought I would with the roll that I had for initiative. And somehow not one single one of these motherfuckers has taken any damage, so I have no idea what their threshold is. So I'm just gonna take a precautionary cantrip and throw a ray of frost at we'll go this one right here in the middle.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to get a bowl for a strike here.
So shooting a beam through your allies can have consequences. If you want to make this attack, because it's so crowded in front of you and you're shooting between so many things, you'd be rolling disadvantage. If you roll low enough, it will have negative consequences, even if it's
That's
not
a
a
good-
crit fail.
That's a good point. Good observation, DM. Thank you. With that information, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to shoot at this one instead.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh shit, that's not. I cast the wrong thing. Hold on. Ray of Frost is what I meant to cast. God damn it! It's just rolling the damage.
Yeah, I don't see.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, yeah,
That's a 27 to hit.
absolutely hits as you hold out your finger and this beam of frost shatters onto this thing's arm. For 17 cold damage. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, you see your beam slam into this thing, and when it does, you're used to your enemies wincing or reeling back from getting hit by such a heavy hit. This one looks like it looks over at you and just barely flinches when the cold touches him.
I just give a nod at it. I see you.
You give
And
him a nod.
I roll up my sleeves a little bit and I wait for my next turn.
Stab and Lulu, both of you are up.
Okay. I'd like Stab to go first. Can I do that?
Sure.
Alright, Stab would like to cast Shadow Blade. Oh. Yeah. That's me just casting it, I guess.
Sure. You cast Shadow Blade.
Alright, cool. And it says, in dimly lit places, I get advantage on attack rolls with it. So is this
you
like
are in
dimly
a
lit?
brightly lit area right now because your glove is
damn.
illuminated with your light spell. Is Shadow Blade concentration?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, now Stab, I know you don't cast spells often, so no, I'm gonna fill you in on everything that's gonna happen if you do this instead of just I'm not gonna punish for this. So if you cast Shadow Blade, you will have a Shadow Blade in your hand, but everything in the area will go pitch black as you are the only light source in the area.
Ah, damn it.
I didn't think light was concentration, though.
Is
should
it? Oh,
Link
double
it.
check that. Link light again. Doya might be onto something. It is not. Okay, yeah, you were
What are you
correct,
looking
Doya.
at?
It would say concentration somewhere in the between casting time,
Yeah.
duration, components, all that stuff.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just a 1 hour spell period.
So you can gain your Shadow Blade, but it wouldn't have advantage because you're not in a dimly lit area. You're in a brightly lit area.
I'll still do it.
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna go for this guy right here. And we're gonna swipe at him with the oops.
Okay. I mean, you
wanna,
control
like,
Lulu at the
step
same time, so you can simply just like when you move in, she moves up and around you.
Yeah. Let's do that. And then let's do some damage. Do some damage.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your Shadow Blade again. Let's see what it hits for, or if it hits.
Can I do did we do the rapier before though? Like
don't
to
know.
see
Do you
the
want-
attack roll?
Do you want to attack with your rapier instead?
Oh no. I'll just do the thing then.
Because casting Shadow Blade, I believe, is a full. Is that a bonus action? Yeah, it was a bonus
yeah, it
action.
is.
So now swinging with it would be your main hand attack. I don't see where the attack roll in there. That just looks like some damage. Am I missing something?
I think we just did last time we just rolled a rapier and used those rolls
Oh,
for it.
that's right. Okay, yeah, just
So I
do
was
that.
gonna
Just
say.
do that. You're right. And then we'll use that Shadow Blade for the damage. A 22 will hit this thing as you rake into it with this psychic dagger. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage is on there.
Can I use the psychic damage from the previous roll? So it'd be like 12.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. You should have had to roll again anyhow since you already cast it. And that's 24 sneak attack damage on top of it, so that's 36 total psychic damage as you slash this thing with this dagger. You don't see any physical wounds left on it, but you could see it's grasping its head like you just attacked its brain directly.
Okay. Does Lulu have disengage? Is that a common action?
Disengage?
Yeah.
That's not her ending spot. I'm assuming she's Because technically, I'm assuming you guys are like fighting side by side. At the end of her
Yeah.
turn, she'll have to go somewhere though.
Because if I leave this spot, will I get an attack of opportunity?
If you do leave that spot, yeah.
All right. Well, I want her to chill here, and I want her to cast the help command.
Is that where she's
And
ending her
let's-
turn? She can.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to have her do the. She will take a strike then if she's staying there out of its range. Unless you ever do the disengage action, in which case she cannot do the help action.
Okay. Well, let's just do the disengage then.
Okay. She disengages from the Buell's Owl and stays behind you, cheering you on in the process.
All right. I think that's all I can do. End of turn.
All right. Hold on, I'm trying to. Got it. These fancy Japanese drinks come in.
Oh, look at you. You went shopping.
I bought a lot of weird shit. All sorts of crazy stuff.
Not
Elgin.
weird shit.
All right. What we got?
You're surrounded by goat men. What do you do?
Oh. You know
Fire
what?
Environment, sir.
It is actually. So we're just gonna have to. Well, any spell that I could potentially do that would help me would get rid of the Bane effect, if I'm not mistaken. So we're not gonna do that. So you know what? We're just gonna get to swinging. So
Oh, it's like
How?
defense action. Dodge action.
nah, dodge is for cowards. I'm going to get to swinging. Matter of fact, this cat right here who already seems damaged. Oh man, I want to try something. Let's see if we can make this. You know what? We'll do a little tester. We'll do a little feeler. I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead on this guy, and we'll just have to kind of see what happens from there.
Sure.
And he is already damaged, so he needs to make a DC 17 Wisdom save versus 25 necrotic damage.
He fails.
That's
So-
25 necrotic damage.
He was already gripping his head, bleeding in Stab's face. When you cast this, he just lets out this horrifying goat scream, looking straight up, just grasping his head. It almost looks like he's crushing his own skull as black ooze pours out of his ears, nose, mouth, and eyes, and he collapses to the ground.
I love to see it.
Cool.
I love to see it. And with that, let's see here. Now that we've done that, are these creatures fiends? I'm assuming.
They are. They're demons, more specifically.
Okay. Okay. Actually, know what? I'll save it for my next turn. What I'll do instead is I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on. Let's do the one that's directly in front of me. As a bonus action, and I'm just gonna point at him. You are next.
Which one did you cast it on?
This one right here.
Okay. So, man, Kim's bringing me the works right now. Heat of battle.
Just handing you stuff. Pair of hands out there.
So, you cast a Bane, or not Bane, Hunter's Mark on
I
this one.
cast Hunter's Mark, so that the Bane's gonna go away.
As this one is now your primary target. What is a Hunter's Mark icon?
So basically, whenever I strike him, he's gonna take an extra D6.
Okay. And then your
he'll take
Bane
an extra
spell ends on the other ones.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to remove. If I can find it. There it is. Oh, yeah, and that one over there is dead. So, yeah, it's automatically gone from that guy. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, it's going to take us to round 2. against the Buell's Owls. The first one right here, it's gonna turn to try and lash out at you, Stab.
Ow!
Which will hit you for 5 piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution savings throw as its tail comes around and catches just a piece of your shin. And that's a 19. Thanks, Elgin.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like something else was coming along with that, but
I've been around
nothing
too much.
Nothing got you.
I'm gonna use my reactionary thing, so I'm just gonna do half of that.
That's fine. Use your reaction to go ahead and half that damage. The next Buell's Owl is going to. See, he's gonna. Actually, let me see what he's gonna do. These guys aren't the smartest. Okay, this one looks towards Elgin and Doya and sees these two more buff things in front of us, and then a more squishy target in the back. And just sprints off towards you, Hayes. Elgin, if you want to use a reaction, you can strike at this thing.
Yes, I actually would, because this will make things even more fun.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pop him 24 with an 8. 8 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
And since he says he's a demon, he will take the radiant damage. Well, wait, which one? Okay, he's not the one that was marked. Also, since I can actually do this now, I'm a relentless avenger. I can move and without provoking an attack of opportunity, so he's not getting away from me. I'm still in his face. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kind of edge. I'm gonna try and edge Hayes out of the way. And I'm just gonna kind of, and I'm literally just gonna be like, just kind of stand in front of him, just like arms out, shield out, weapon out, and just say, "No,
I'm a little
not
bit
finished."
I'm a little bit startled by these 2 giant creatures racing at me so quickly. Shit.
So normally it'd be a bit more difficult to do this, but I'm counting Lulu as kind of like a free empty space because she's so small and can fly. So you're able to move right next to Hayes and hold your shield out and try to help guard
I'm
him.
gonna like slide under, like as I run, I'm like run right up under. Lulu's just kind of like, whoa, and I'm just like, bam. Break down the walls of Jericho.
As you make it to him, he's still striking towards Hayes, but you are definitely in the area now, ready to protect him.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Are you able to? Are you doing anything to this Hayes, or is this hitting you?
Let's see. Am I doing anything to it? They have rolled an 18. I don't think. God, I'm such a weak hoe.
Go.
I think shield is just fine, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just eat this. God, shield is worthless.
This tail lashes and slices through your robes, Hayes, catching you on the arm as you try to reel back from Elgin and this Buell's Owl appearing next to you. You take
38 damage.
10 piercing damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make a Constitution savings throw.
I will. Hello. There we go.
So it's a 15.
Okay, that's a success. You feel some sort of plague trying to attack your insides, but you're okay for the moment.
I hit him with a nah.
You didn't say the magic word. That could take us to another Buell's Owl that will. What's he gonna do? Gonna move in closer to you, Doya, as it edges around you with its tail and swings with it.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. This barbed tail swings around and just barely catches you, but it takes a chunk out of the spot it does catch. as you take 13 piercing damage. I need a con save out of you. All right,
And you are still close, so yeah, that's 19.
That's gonna be the end of its turn. Doya.
Hey.
I forgot about this mechanic last time, but I'm not forgetting again this time. I need you to make a Constitution savings throw as the smell of rot just pulsates around you.
That's a 13. You had me do that last time, but I think you.
Hey, you're the only one, so everyone else got lucky.
Oh, we're all supposed to do that?
Yeah. You barely succeed. Okay, you're okay. Go ahead and start your turn.
You know what? Since they seem to be diving into the back to go after our softer targets, I'm just going to ignore this one that's in my face and go for this one that is now surrounded by my teammates. And I'm going to try to hit him with my quarterstaff.
Damn!
I think that hits.
That does. So
That's what, a 33 to hit?
you turn and take your quarterstaff, and you take it and just smack the back of one of its knees as it's lashing out at Hayes, sweeping right under its tail. And it feels like you shattered something as you swung, as this thing is knocked off balance. Let's see if he falls. Although, there's a chance he will stay standing, because he is sure-footed. I'm going to have him make a dexterity savings throw. Okay, so you hit this thing for how much damage was that total?
17 damage.
And that was bludgeoning, right?
Let me double check. I believe so.
Oh, you're still laid. So it's magical bludgeoning. Okay.
Magical bludgeoning.
So yeah, you knock him hard, and as soon as you do, he gets tripped out and lands on his back, as he is now also prone. And a turn?
I turn back to the rest of them. Who's next? Intern.
All right. That takes us to another Buell's this one runs forward, and he is... Oh, he's the one that Eldred marked. Yeah, he is next. He runs towards you, Doya, with his tail out, and he is going to swing around.
That's going to hit.
As he smacks you for 14 piercing damage. I need another Constitution savings throw.
All right. Damn,
You guys doing good on these, so okay, never mind. Are you,
I'm not.
you're not immune to poison or anything?
I'm not immune to poison, but
Okay.
I can fix it.
We found his weakness.
You are now poisoned by this barbed tail. I think it shows in the chat as well. So as soon as this thing just slashes into you, you feel boils popping up on your body in random spots. But that's all for the moment. Oh, and your maximum health is reduced by
4 or 1d8, whatever it is.
1d8.
1d8.
3. For the next day.
Okay.
That's the end of its turn. Hayes.
All right.
Oh, make a Constitution savings throw.
Huh?
You were surrounded by the rotting, fetid stench, and it's starting to affect you just inhaling it.
Oh, gross.
But it actually smells kind of good, so you just take your turn instead.
Actually say that out loud. Yeah, gross. God damn, dude. I know what I want to do, but I feel like 90% of the stuff we fought so far has been just either resistant or completely immune to 90% of my damage. But you know what?
Today's the day.
I'm holding to it. I'm holding to it. I see the gross shit popping off on Doya right now. It's disgusting. and although I'm not gagging, I smell that shit. It's awful. And this thing tried to poison me. I said nah. And so now my eyes are gonna go white like fucking Thor. And I'm going to target this one right in front of me and do some Naruto shit with my hands. And then then I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning on this guy in front of me here.
Okay.
Let's see. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw, and I'll tell you what, it needs to do it with disadvantage because I'm going to heighten the spell.
Well, this one's
with
already prone, so it
magic.
would have auto disadvantage. But you want to do it anyhow for the others?
Yeah. Let me see. Actually. No, I do not want to do it then.
Okay.
So I will cast. I cast Chain Lightning.
Wow. All right, you shoot out this powerful lightning that just connects from target to target. I guess you get to choose each target, right?
Yep. So I'm going to channel it into this one right in front of me, and then I'm going to have it jump to all 3 of the other targets because they're all within 30 feet.
Oh shit.
Okay. The first one will make its saving with disadvantage. The other ones.
It doesn't say anything about the other ones having to make a saving throw.
Both lightning arcs towards the target of choice succeed. Bolts, each of which was within 30 feet. Target could be a creature or an object. A target must make a. Oh, it says 3 other targets, and it says a target must make. So I would count.
Okay, that's fair.
Count those as
Then I
targets.
use my meta magic. Then I would have used my meta magic then.
Okay, and then they will be rolling with disadvantage. Because the second one will try to resist or dodge. I believe that's a fail. The third one will try, and the fourth one. I think they all failed.
17 is the DC,
Hell yeah.
so they will all take 49 lightning damage.
Damn.
Seer lightning bounces across all these creatures. You see them shake a bit from this lightning.
Don't you?
Doesn't look like they're writhing as hard as you. You should see something being struck by lightning, but they still seem to be taking damage from it.
Crispy O's.
Yeah, that's probably
So the-
a lovely smell.
24 damage would be what it did then.
This first one you zap, and it's barely hanging on to life as it's still writhing on the ground. The other ones look more wounded now, but are still in fighting condition.
All right, then where is it?
We're
So here we go. Within 10 feet. So I will utilize my Heart of the Storm trait, and any of the creatures within 10 feet of me, which would just be these 2 diagonally from me, are going to take another 5 lightning damage. Or we'll say, since I did lightning, then the thunder comes. So thunder damage. 5
right.
thunder damage to those 2.
The reverberation of this thunder is enough to put this one in front of you out of misery. As after being shocked, this thunderous sound happens, and you see its eyes just pop right in front of you as it lets out one last bleat and stops rolling around. The second one looks... actually, it looks like that thunder damage worked just as normal as it always does against anything else you use it on, as this one just kind of grits its teeth and rubs its head a bit, and then takes another fighting stance towards you.
I'll float 10 feet back. Where to go? I do my little floaty thing 10 feet back. End of turn.
Okay, I know you floaty thing, so you don't gotta link it.
Hey, floaties.
Lulu and Stab.
Hey. So, I feel like Lulu and Stab has fought long enough, so he's gonna be, alright Lulu, the usual. Help me stab some fuckers. So I want her to like fly around and distract people while I just pretty much stab them in the balls while they're looking at Lulu.
Okay, you got a little quieter too, but Lulu will use the help action on whatever target you're attacking. So
We're
what
going
target
after
you
this
attacking?
fucker right here. I'm gonna go with the Shadow Blade first,
Okay,
but I'm gonna use the Rapier roll.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Alright. Yeah, man.
And you're attacking this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that will hit. Go ahead and roll
cool.
your Shadow Blade again so we can see the damage. And I'll use your sneak attack from the one that actually, your higher roll. So it would be 8
34?
psychic damage plus 28 more. As you take
36.
your
Oh, good.
psychic dagger and you just twist it around to where it's reverse gripped in your hand, and you rake through this one as well. Not caring where you strike it, just knowing contact in a period is going to have its full effect. As soon as you slash this thing, it looks like the inside of its head just pulsates large for a moment, like something inside of it exploded, as it immediately falls to its knees and onto the ground.
Oh yeah. Alright, Stab's just gonna step down.
Yeah, you can step on his corpse if you want. It's difficult
Yeah,
terrain, but
okay.
you can go on top of it.
Come on, Stab. Separate from Lulu. Just for now. There we go. I just want to step right here and go for this guy right here. We're gonna do the bonus action with the Silver Rapier.
All right, go and roll it. Uh, 21 will hit this as you stab into this thing with your rapier for 12 piercing damage. Am I getting that right? It's supposed to be 12, right? Am I reading something wrong?
8.
You have so many numbers on yours, it looks so weird. Piercing damage.
I only see 8 and 20.
I see a 21, a 1d20, a 12, an 8, a 1d8, a 3. I'll stop there. There's so many numbers on yours on my screen.
That's DM vision right there, man.
That's
Seeing
DM
all them
vision.
rolls.
So you deal 8
Freaking
damage
Heimdall over here.
to this thing. As it bleeds this black blood onto the ground.
Black blood.
End of turn?
Yeah, end of turn.
Elgin, you're up again.
It is time.
Wait, before you go. Stab and Elgin make Constitution saving throws.
Oh
Don't forget.
shit!
Not
You
forgetting.
can't let him get all
Not
the way to
forget
the
again.
point where he says this is time, cool as hell, and then make him make a damn rug pulling over here.
I ain't doing it. I let y'all get away with it once, so my bad. Not a gum.
I got
You
16.
let us get away with it. I've been rolling these things.
Except you. You didn't get away with it.
Kill it!
But both of you guys succeed. You're good to go.
I'm running up. Oh wait, the guy who had my hunter's mark, he's dead.
Yeah. Stab standing on him.
Move it to that guy.
All right.
And as I walk up, I'm just going in full attack. Give him 20 and a 16 on both attacks.
Those are both hit.
They both hit.
Yep.
Even better. So we're gonna give him that nice 19 damage on the first one, and 19 again on the second one. Is he still alive?
Hell no, he's not alive. You bash the shit out of him. You run up, and first up, like he's staring at Doya. As you step in front of Doya, you have your mace cocked, and you wrap it around and just knock this thing's jaw loose as its head turns. And as it slowly turns back, in the same momentum, you backhand and 360 its head on its neck as it spins to the ground, dead.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Somebody
with
get the Doom soundtrack on.
Right.
The only thing they fear is you.
I love it. Let's go. And then I'm just gonna step up over to here, a side stab, and then just hold my mace in front of me, and I'm gonna point it
this guy.
at this guy. You're next.
Okay, I assume that's a hunter's mark on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That'll bring us back to top of the round. Unfortunately, these guys don't have the highest survival instincts, so it's going to continue to just slash with its tail as it's going to spin around on you, Stab. But it's going to miss. As you swing, you hold your rapier and parry some of the barbs back to where nothing touches you. And that's all it can do on the start of its turn. Or on its turn.
That's how you get a...
Constitution save.
Yep.
That's a 9, so I figure things happen.
Some of your skin starts to flake off of your body as your maximum health is reduced by another 3.
Got put lotion on, man.
Questions. Do I need to make another Constitution save for the smell of this place now?
I thought that's what you were doing.
Okay. So what about the poison effect then? I got a lot of Constitution saves, I assume.
Oh, you don't roll repeatedly for this. You're just straight poison. Like, there's no getting out of it unless you have something to do. You can personally do about it for the next 24 hours.
Maybe I read something.
Restoration, I mean.
I thought I remembered seeing like something happen every round.
While poisoned this way, the target sports festering boils, coughs up flies, sheds rotting skin, and you must repeat the saving throw after every 24 hours of that elapse.
Okay, so that's that. Is that the same effect that's also going on from the smell of this place too?
You aren't rolling for the smell of this place. You're rolling for the smell of these things in front of you, which you just rolled and you failed. So you took another reduction in health.
Okay, got it. I think. Okay, cool. So does that mean I'm done with the rolls?
Yep, you're good to go.
Hey, well, my friends have worked their way around me, so I'm just gonna move up and try to bash this thing. The 26 hit.
That will hit. Or
7 damage, because I rolled a 1.
Is that really 7? Yeah, 7 damage. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you walk up and you give him a good thwack right on his collarbone.
I want to follow it up with this. I said, who's next?
As you say that, a couple flies come out of your mouth.
Ugh. Do I see that? No, I'm too far away. Oh.
You are too far away, but it is your turn.
Oh. I'm gonna take a couple steps forward. Whoops. There we go. And I don't really have a clear shot at anybody, so I'm gonna... Can I hold my action until I have a clear shot?
You can. The circumstance will be if someone moves out of the way. Well, right now, Stab's the only thing blocking your target, so if Stab moves, you'll have a clear shot.
Alright, hold my turn.
Alright.
Or action, hold my action.
Lulu and Stab.
Alright, Lulu gets right behind me. And she helps me kill this fucker. Alright, so I'm gonna go at him with the Shadow Blade first.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and link your Shadow Blade damage.
I should have rolled twice just in case I got the crit or something, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you have help action, so you can roll again if you want. You have advantage.
Let's do that.
But you will be dealing 10 plus. Alright, so we're using the first one then. 11.
20.
So 21 psychic damage. As this dude, you sliced to him as well, and no open wounds on the outside, but you could tell you've almost destroyed his brain too.
All right, and then backhand side.
Your offhand rapier.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. The 3D dice are on top of each other, so it's taking extra long to fucking roll.
Oh, on the website, the D&D
Yeah,
website.
it has to roll that and then do the other one.
That will hit as well for 12 piercing damage as this thing is reeling in its mind. Oh yeah, you got the help action on still. You stab into it with your actual rapier, and you get it right through the throat as black blood squirts out the back of this thing's neck. You pull your rapier out. It falls to the ground and stops moving. And that is actually going to take us out of combat.
How bad is Doy? Doy, how bad's your leg, man? This shit's gross.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch you.
I'm gonna ignore his words, and I'm just gonna walk up, lay one hand on his leg, and pour 5 points of lay on hands into him, and that should remove the poison.
Ooh, fancy.
And it does. Your skin starts to heal up immediately in the spots it was starting to fester, Doya, as the poison leaves your body.
Yeah, we feeling fancy in here tonight.
Well, now that bit of business is over with, we should probably take a look at what it was they were hovering over in that pool.
Did anybody else get bit?
I think you're the only
Not
one, man.
Old age.
Stab wants to loot the bodies, but with his swords, he's gonna kind of like use it like chopsticks, like his 2 rapiers.
These things aren't really wearing clothes. They're more like satyr-looking creatures.
Yeah.
Check their fur pockets. They're
They're
there.
quite, but
It's
check his
there,
prison
damn it.
purse. Check,
I'll find
check
it.
his prison purse.
Just keep looking deeper as I walk by and
Check
like
that
step over
stuff.
their gross bodies.
I'm gonna walk up to the edge of the pool and see if I can figure out what it was they seemed to be so interested in.
When you enter into this room, you see a body floating face down in the middle of this pool. Looks like some decrepit old woman, maybe? Looks like a hag more than anything, with her wearing some tattered robes on her that seem to have pockets on them.
I'm gonna tap Hayes on the shoulder. Can you use your glowy hand thingy? Give her a poke?
I do more Naruto jutsu things with my hand. Almost as like, I don't really need to, but I do anyway. And I summon the hand and I float it over to this thing and just slowly get it's moving.
That's you.
I poke. What?
Oh shit! It was
said-
you the whole time floating there. No, just
Did
kidding.
you said you grab onto it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've
I thought you
got
said
the
you grabbed
hand.
onto it.
No, I've got the hand floating above it. And then I
Okay.
just slowly get closer to it. And
Okay.
slowly get closer to it.
Your hand levitates close
And I'm
to
just
it.
pointing my mace at it, like just ready to fire if it makes the wrong move.
And I get like within like 1 inch of it, and then I just kind of glance to the left at Elgin. I poke it.
You poke it and it ripples in the water.
I poke it again.
Okay.
I'm going to step in. It doesn't seem like it's particularly deep, does it?
You put 1 foot in there and your boots immediately sinks in the water. It looks like what you stepped in is at least about 6 inches deep. just right here.
Okay.
And when you step in further, you see it seems to be slanting downward at a steep pace, as it's now up to your knees.
Huh. And what about here?
You would, if you move there, you are submerged completely as you drop beneath the pool of blood.
Oh, slow down there, buddy. Slow down there, buddy.
Whoa. Like, but is there a bottom? Is there like a bottom to it?
Yeah, you're standing on it. You're not floating.
Okay,
just 'cause you
okay,
have all that
got you. I'm gonna grab a hold of this corpse and just pull it back. And like bring it closer to the edge.
So all of you see Elgin. You see this body floating towards you at first, and then you see Elgin coming out from this bloody red pool as he's just soaked, covered in this deep red liquid from head to toe. Just coming out and casually pulling this body to the shore.
Give him space. Give him space.
And then here, I'll pull her all the way on up. And I guess, well, I'll turn around and look at Stab. Well, you wanted to loot something. And I just gesture down at the body. And I step over to the side.
Before you start looting, you mind if I take a look at it, Stab?
Yeah, but I get first dibs.
Of course, I would never want to get between you and the loot. I want to actually make a medicine check to see if this is actually a corpse or if there's a little bit of life left.
Sure, make a medicine check.
I probably don't have an idea. This thing looks rough.
You can tell that whatever this is, it's definitely dead. The cause of death is hard to say. You don't find any open wounds on it, though.
Be careful, Stab. Something seems off about this, and I'm going to go ahead and step back.
All right, Stab's gonna check out what it's got on it, I guess.
So you search the body and check its pockets on its robes, and there's nothing in there. But you also notice there's a belt with a pouch on the side of it. When you delve into the pouch, you pull out a pretty fine-looking diamond and a small flask of liquid that looks very similar to the River Styx liquid.
Stab picks it up and shows it to his friends. What I got?
Diamond.
What else do I see, Jamie? Can I investigate it to see cause of death?
If you want, do a medicine check.
Yeah. I'm bad at this.
All you know is it's dead. Not quite sure how.
I don't know why they're so crazy over this guy.
Fine jewelry on it.
All right. I'll hold on to these things for now, then.
Well, that was illuminating. I say we carry on.
Don't think we have too much of a choice. Sort of a dead end here. Literally.
I guess before going back towards the downward spiral path or whatever, I'm just gonna head the other way. That was the opposite direction of the goat men.
So, Elgin, you take another step forward, walking through this chasm, and you are a little surprised by what you see. As looking around the corner, you see two huge hulking demons in this pool of blood. They seem to be fighting over something. Two fiends resembling scaly, 9-foot-tall bipedal toads, waist deep, are standing waist deep in a pool of blood, bellowing as they claw at each other. Floating near them is a half-eaten corpse of a bearded devil, clutching a glaive. The pool looks to be fairly wide, fitting these two creatures in it, and has a horseshoe-shaped ledge around it. but they're not looking at you right now. They seem to be just fighting or clawing at each other like they're arguing over a meal.
Does it seem like any one is winning more than the other?
Nah, they're not. They're not like attacking each other. Think of it like two dogs fighting
okay.
over a bone.
Well, if they don't notice, then I'm gonna leave them to it, and I'm just gonna like start backpedaling, and I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna go past Hayes and Doya and go back to the crossroads.
All you see
Another
Elgin
dead
like
end?
walk back and turn.
Maybe another dead end then, and I'll kind of follow him. Just try to catch up to him. So nothing of note.
No.
Can I insight
Nothing
check
of
him?
note. By all means.
I feel like you're lying.
Oh, can you tell what you if you're being truthful about that or not, Elgin? From a 14.
I mean, Elgin's pretty. While he may not be saying anything, he's not trying to hide the fact that he saw something he wasn't interested in. So yeah, he would get the impression that I saw something that I saw as an unfavorable situation.
Was it like a giant goat or just way more goat people?
Let's just say it was best to let sleeping dogs lie.
I turn back to Doya. Dog people down there. It's a bad time.
Surprised they didn't hear us with all that thundering you were doing a minute ago.
You ever heard of Cerberus? Maybe it was something like that.
Oh, Doy, I'm glad you bring that up. That actually is one thing you've noticed since you've been down here. Because of the way the flesh walls are so spongy and cushy and whatnot, it's almost like this whole place is almost soundproof in every direction.
We need to get the band down here for...
Practice sessions. Nobody else can hear how bad we suck.
Man, if only we had a bard.
Oh, and those are stairs in front of you too. To use them, get your token close and left-click the stairs.
What is this? What is this sorcery? This a video game?
Cool.
I'm just following Elgin. I'm kind of matching his pace as best I can at this point. Cause he marching.
Oh yeah, dude. Elgin's got places to be.
I feel that arthritis.
Elgin, since you're in front, this is what you see first. Anyone who meets his spot will see this as well. You see hordes of hellish flies buzzing around in a dark chamber ahead, which is strewn with mutilated devil corpses and gnawed-on bones. There you go.
What is it we see? Hellish flies?
Like, you know, you're in Avernus, there's flies, but they're small. They're not huge or anything, but they're, you know, like a bunch of horse flies, like a little bigger than that maybe, just annoying.
Oh, okay.
But they are
Oh.
they're definitely around here.
Is this what you saw down the other way, too?
No. Those were bigger.
Bigger flies?
No. Bigger demons.
Oh, right. The dogs.
Let's introduce ourselves.
I suppose so. After you.
This is gonna be a mess.
Isn't it always?
I'm just gonna run up.
Hey, motherfuckers.
I'm just gonna run. Actually, no, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just gonna run up and be like, "Surprise, motherfuckers!"
I'll do the same. I'll follow. Like I will get inspired by his enthusiasm and I'll follow suit.
You run up.
Actually, like when I come and say "surprise, motherfuckers," you should be like, "2 fries, motherfuckers!
2 fries.
All rise, motherfuckers!"
When you reach this spot, you can see much more clearly that all these demons and devils you see in the room are all corpses on the ground, with insects just crawling all over them, eating what's left, bones all over the place. It's very disgusting in here. It does remind you of a certain chasm you crossed one time, though.
Peacock.
Maybe we don't get close to the bugs.
You can also hear
I agree.
from this direction specifically. You see that there's another tunnel here that drops down. So where you are right now, it looks like you could see into there, but in reality, it's like a sudden drop. Like it goes straight and then it's steep. So all you see is like the ceiling of the passageway leading down. You can't actually see in that room, but you hear a voice down there, and it is yelling out in Infernal. Does anyone speak Infernal?
I believe I do actually. Let me make sure.
You read contracts in it.
Yes, I do. I can read Infernal, and hear and understand and speak Infernal.
Okay, in that case, everyone else, you just hear what sounds like just shouting and you have no idea what it's saying. But Hayes, you hear something say in Infernal, or more yell, "No, enough! Stop! Stop!" And it's coming from this direction.
I'll turn to Elgin and face him, and then I'll occasionally kind of look to the left, to my left, over at Doya and Stab, and I'll kind of put my hand on Elgin's shoulder. You hear the voice, right? It's not just me.
I heard it, but I couldn't understand it.
Well, for better or worse, I can. And you're not going to believe what I've heard.
What you hear?
It sounds as though someone down here is being tortured.
In this place? I can believe that.
This used to be such a good neighborhood.
Oh yeah, then they let all the bearded devils move in.
Wow.
I can't go near that.
After I say that, I'm just gonna kind of casually kind of try to step over and around the various corpses that I see, and yeah.
I'll kind of yell out to Elgin, like under my breath, Elgin, the screaming's coming from that way, and I'll point towards the other staircase over there.
You want to introduce ourselves?
I mean, why change things up now?
Elgin, when you cross back through the room, the first time you stepped over the bodies, nothing really happened, but the second time you come through, hordes of insects start crawling out of these bodies and start to swarm up.
Oh, cool token.
Ooh.
And we're going to go into some combat again, but we're going to do that combat next time. That's what we're going to call it for now.
We start in combat and we end in combat.
Fighting them grubs.
Last time we didn't start in combat.
That's close
That's
enough.
true, yeah. Almost.
It was
Close
directly
enough.
after combat.
Of the mind.
That's right up the mind. For
out of the mind. Well, yeah, you know, it's probably for the best because I have a feeling we were gonna get into some crazy shit.
Indeed.
Yeah, 'cause how many of these things? 1, 2, 3, 4 different swarms.
4 swarms in total.
I don't like them swarms.
But we'll deal with that next time. Yeah, you guys made some a little bit of progress in the Bleeding Citadel here. You're here. You're where you're told something was that may lead you to do something you're not sure of. I'm actually not sure. What is y'all's plan really? Like, what are you here for and why?
Other than the Sword of Zariel?
Yeah. So you get so say it if it is here. What then?
Kick a little ass. That's why
We'll
take it.
We'll handle that bridge when we get there, sir. We haven't done it any other way.
That's true. I like that. Just in the moment. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, we did this. Now, I don't know. Let's figure it out.
Now we're going to visit
mean-
Archon and his Tiamat whores.
Good.
And we're going to deal with that.
Are we in the neighborhood?
I don't know where we are.
Let's-
We have
It's
no
true.
clue where we are.
And where you appeared,
Here's the
there's
thing.
no arches or anything there. So
This is how we have always tackled plans since, session 0. Yeah, we make the plan, we execute the plan, we expect the plan to go off the rails, and then throw away the plan. That's how we do it. So why even have a plan in the first place? We just go in. We just go in.
We deal
kick
with
in
it.
the door, started blasting. That's what we do. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, we
lately.
just start blasting.
Yeah, just kick in the door. Everybody catches shrapnel. I don't care who it is.
Just
we're
gratata.
in hell.
That is
Everybody's
kinda-
evil.
how it's been going. All right. Well, I suppose we'll have to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if we'll meet up next week though. I think we have a couple people out. So we're approaching that holiday time. So D&D might be a little sparse. We're gonna figure
Who's
that
out
out
next week? Who said they can't be here? Who said
I'm the
that?
one after.
Wait, is
So
everybody here
you're
next
the one
week?
after?
Yeah, the 5th.
Okay. I'm about to
So-
say I'll be here. So
So everybody's good for next week.
I'll be here on the 28th.
Yeah, I think the only thing that honestly, and I actually misread the tea leaves on this. I thought Christmas was on a Monday. It's actually on a Sunday. I actually have no plans for the rest of the month, the rest of the year, as far as Mondays go.
Oh wow.
I mean, literally all the big holidays are on the weekend this year. So
Yeah.
So we might be doing D&D every Monday. I take it all back. I guess
It's like I lied.
I'll get some more
I did an
details.
I
in the-
insight checked the DM's ass.
I'll update
There
the
you
Twitter if y'all want to check it out and see what our schedule is going to be, and I'll make posts there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get us out of here. Unless y'all got anything else you want to say? Anyone got anything?
Next Friday, I'm gonna be scared out of my pants and drunk. So
There you go.
there's that to look forward to.
It's called the. It's not the quarter.
It's the Callisto Protocol.
Callisto. Okay.
Mhm.
The Callisto Project. That was called
Protocol.
Protocol. Callisto
Funny
Protocol.
story. Callisto was almost my daughter's name.
Really?
No shit.
Almost. She was one step from getting it.
What happened?
Still starts with a C.
It starts with a C.
You just changed your
Like
mind?
that was the rule. It was her name had to start with a C.
Oh, I got you.
So it was either
Damn.
Cersei or Callisto. Take your pick.
I didn't know that. That's cool. That would have been, I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword with a name like that. Cool in theory, and then when you're in school, you become like prime target. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not today.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now everybody's got weird names now, so it's just like whatever. Let's just go
That's
with it.
true.
Lean into it.
Like you can't, your kid can't make fun of anybody if their name's Landon.
Get out of here, Braden.
Sorry if
It's like,
there's
oh my
any
God, get out of here.
Landon or Braden's, whoever watched this.
It's like just
That's my next
alienated a
D&D.
whole 5%.
My next D&D character's name is gonna be a barbarian from the wasteland named Braden.
Braden. Braden Walker. You don't get more just like edgy. You don't get more edgy than that.
Hey, and can you guess what his hair will be like?
What will his hair be like?
It's bald. It's shaved head.
Wait, does he have 5 o'clock shadow? Is he gonna be like
6 o'clock shadow because
6 o'clock?
because he's seen some shit.
Look, so basically saying he's gonna be every video game protagonist from 2000 up to like 2012.
There was a long line at Whole Foods, and it was just a tough day. Okay, so 6 o'clock shadow.
Dude,
Don't
go ahead and make it
act
7
like,
o'clock.
Don't act like you know his struggle. Okay.
It's like you don't know me. You don't know where I've been.
Sorry, Jamie.
I'm just eating my food. Y'all can have fun. I'm good with this. I'm free content right now, buddy.
Hey, fun
Let's
fact
go.
for everybody on the stream: when we ended the stream last time, like as soon as he went off the screen, we all did like a barbershop quartet, like harmonizing, and everybody missed it.
That's true.
No,
I got a new
no
thing
one
now.
got to see it.
I'm
So
doing the when we go off camera. I just let it run for a moment. Sometimes I don't say anything.
Did it
see what
even
happens.
So did it even happen?
Last time, no.
It didn't
I do
happen.
that
It's
all the
not
time.
real. It's not real.
We're gonna one day in the future we'll do it. You just won't be ready for it.
Well,
Oh yeah, you guys got the Mandarin soda.
oh, is Kim showing pictures?
Yeah, taking
Yeah.
pictures of all your groceries. Posting. Look what I got.
Look,
She's proud of it. She likes it. I
look,
got some
cart
apple cider
watching.
skins
Cart
right.
watching you. He's like, nah.
All right, I'm getting us out of here. We're getting out of here. Everybody, thank you for watching tonight. If you were watching live at Cloak and Stagger on Twitch, cool. If you're watching on YouTube at Cloak and Stagger Live's on Twitch. Cloak and Stagger is on YouTube. I believe we actually have a real link now. So youtube.com/ I know it's very hype over there. YouTube.com/ I don't know if anything comes after, but we're at Cloak Stagger, I believe. I think that's what Red got for us. So
That is correct.
you can go to our link easier now, or just search Cloak and Stagger and you'll find us under a Tom and Jerry cartoon and some weird song. So either way, we upload all of our sessions. So if you missed anything and want to see how things went in the past, they're all on YouTube, uploaded raw. However the stream went, lag and all, or whatever it was. We stream every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central and every Wednesday night at 8 or 8:30 p.m. Central with the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, involving a whole different cast and a whole different environment. So if you want to see more D&D, please check that out. As far as I'm aware, we'll be here next Monday as well, and I suppose maybe even the next week. So yeah, I'll figure out schedules, post it to Twitter, check that too for updates. And
I feel like you need to ask consent before you do that, JD.
Oh,
Like, grabbing towards you, dude.
actually,
what?
I want to correct you.
consent for what? Did I say something stupid? What did I do?
No, it's JD's like forcefully grabbing me towards his face. He's like, "Come here, girl." I'm like, no, JD.
Oh, you're talking about him.
I want to correct you, Jamie.
Yeah.
It is youtube.com /@ Cloak and Stagger.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for double checking that then. That's so there you go. Official link / Cloak and Stagger. I don't remember that. And I gotta update our AFK screen because I don't think it says that quite yet. So yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, buddy. That's about everything I've got. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
My carpet looks good, huh?